Hi everyone. Couple adjustments. How are you all? Give everyone a few minutes to pop on like always. Working with a little bit of a new setup, so things are going to look a little bit different behind me. Like not much is going on behind me. That's because I rearranged my space. So it might look a little bit different even the next time. So stay tuned. As you're popping on, please say hello so I know you can hear me, see me, all the magical things. And I do have, hi Aunt Patty, as promised, I do have some announcements to make. Some exciting things happening over here. Hi Kathy at Willow Tree Healing. So I'll announce those here in a few minutes as more people are on. If you're catching the replay, hi. Please still feel free to say hello, ask questions, participate, hashtag replay, whatever makes you happy. Hi, question mark. Hi. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Aunt Patty. Hello, hello. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. So tonight we're talking about the art of detachment. When things don't quite go the way that we had hoped, how do we deal with it? So, okay. I'm like, question mark? Oh, that's much better. Hi. How are you? Are you coming to the Crystal Den on Saturday, Kathy? If so, I still have all those cards for you. Oh my gosh. Life just happens. It just keeps happening. And I know you know that. So I can see that there are people on, but it doesn't always tell me. I feel like I have to say this every time because algorithms are weird. It's nothing to do, nobody's fault. It just is. Oh, good. If so, I have that stuff for you. I'm fairly booked. I think I only have, okay, so that's one of my announcements. I will be at the Crystal Den this Saturday for the Valentine's Galentine's event. One of Joy's and my favorite events that we do. I only have 2 spots open, 11:20 and 11:40. So if you would like one of those spots, let me or Joy know and we'll put you in. Otherwise, it'll be open for walk-ins and whoever wants to roll the dice. Our intention is always that Highlands, whoever needs the reading will receive the reading. And if they don't book, that's okay, because the lovely Carrie Howdy Shell, you see her on here sometimes, is going to be doing Reiki sessions in tandem in a different area of Joy's beautiful, beautiful space. So if you want a mini Reiki session with her, please do. I am definitely looking forward to whenever I can get in with her. So hello, hello. Tonight I chose the Power of Surrender cards. You guys have seen these before. They're beautiful. I thought it was appropriate for, and they also called to me. So, you know, I go over to my beautiful shelf of way too many cards and say, hey, who wants to be in the spotlight tonight? So that's exciting. Hi, Brandy. And these ones popped out and it works. The Art of Detachment. And it really is an art. Google Translate. That's not what I wanted. I need my notes. Anyway, so I will be at the Crystal Den this Saturday for one of the most beautiful events. I always love it. Self-care, or bring a friend or bring your significant other and join us and have some fun. Shop Joy's beautiful collection of everything. I feel like I have a cat hair attached to my lip gloss. Not sure if I do, but I feel like I do. Anyway, so that's one announcement. The other announcement is Willow Tree Healing is expanding. Yay. I have started, sorry, I'm stirring my tea. That was really clinky. Let's be mermaids. I know you're all shocked. I will be doing Reiki sessions. It's a trial right now because it's new. I'm at a new shop in Wadsworth called Mountain and Flame. So thus far I've committed to Sundays, except for Easter Sunday or something like that. And because that's a family time for me. So I will be doing Reiki sessions, half-hour or hour-long sessions, from 12 till 4. So the last one's at 3:30 if it's a half hour. Last hour is at 3. So short windows, but lots of opportunities. So if you are interested, you can message me, or Summer keeps the book since it's her space. And I'm really looking forward to this exciting new partnership. So yay, and whatever else might come of it. Brandy and I stopped in there on Saturday. It's a really cool shop. Summer and, was it Joe? Brandy? Oh God. I'm so sorry. I can see I'm so much better with faces than I am with names. I don't know why, but I am. Hi, Lisa. So Brandy and I stopped in there. They have lots of really cool stuff. They have lots of events, like they're doing singing bowl sound bath tomorrow, Thursday. And they had a reader there who was doing cards. She and I had never met before, so it was really fun to meet a fellow reader. And we talked about, he talked with Brandy and I about how fun it is to collaborate rather than see each other as competition. Collaborate over competition. Love that. Just popped into my head. So that's my second announcement. So yay, I'm expanding. For those of you who have asked, I've had people in other countries ask me where I'm located. So I am in Ohio in the United States. However, I can still do readings and can do distant Reiki. I do have clients that I have seen, yes, seen over Zoom, that I can send distant Reiki and they can feel it. So I do offer virtual services. So if you are interested, or even if you're local and you still want a virtual, it's just easier from your own home. I get it. So it does not have to be, if you choose, our sessions do not have to be in the same room. We can have sessions over Zoom or FaceTime if you have a cell phone, an iPhone, or anything else. If you guys have suggestions of a platform you'd like me to use. Oh, I guess I do have another thing to say. We had talked, I think on the last live a couple weeks ago, about doing meditation in the Willow Tree Healing Light Seekers group. I think I'm going to start that in March and start doing them maybe on Mondays, Mindful Mondays, and do them in the evenings because that's just what works for my schedule right now. And just like here, the lives are still on the page. Those will still be in the group, so you can go back and rewatch them or catch them if you're not able to make the live meditation session. Maybe we'll pick a topic or we'll just do a guided, whatever the spirits want me to do. That's what I'll do. And the benefit of doing it live with me would be immediate live feedback, questions, anything like that. But of course, just like here, you can still ask questions or comment or send me a personal message. The only difference is that it'll be in the private Light Seekers group, so it's only for those. It's free. All you have to do is knock on the door. You have to answer a couple of questions, like be nice to people. It's just to keep the trolls out. Not everybody can join the group because we don't allow robots. Sorry, AI technology. However, there are not so nice people in the world. So we try to keep them away because it's a safe space and I want to keep it that way. Hi, Shauna. How are you? Long time no see. So all of that being said, stick around if you want a card. I know I've been shuffling and it's kind of my fidget. That's what I do. So the Art of Detachment, this came to me and it flowed very much through me. So we take that as a sign. So when you're faced with a challenge, you wonder, how on earth am I going to get through this? Practice detachment. It's a practice, like meditation, yoga. It's all a practice. And the reason I like to use the word practice is because it's not perfection. It will never be perfection. It gets easier, but just like riding a bike, sometimes you're going to get thrown off course. You're going to hit a bump. The chain's going to pop off. Something's going to happen. You're going to get a flat tire. You just roll with it. No pun intended. So by practicing detachment, we can get through these moments in life that are a lot like that. Hi, bud. Teenager came out of his cave. So what exactly does detachment mean? And it's defined as an experience, or to experience something without letting it control you. That's the kicker. Not letting it affect you to the point that you lose your control. You give away your power to a situation. Nobody's got time for that, right? We'd like to keep our power. We even call back our power when we feel that we have allowed it to get away from us. And that's okay. That happens. I'm not faulting anybody for that. I myself do it. So don't take that as an attack. It's not at all. But what this means is, by practicing detachment. Hi, Jenny. Hello, hello, hello. Am I going to see you Saturday? I hope so. I need my tribe. So what does it mean to practice detachment? It's looking at things objectively from an outside perspective. And that does take practice. That takes a lot of practice. And it also takes a lot of compassion for those moments when you're not able to do it so easily. Sometimes it's like, all right, take a step back, breathe, because you have the knee jerk. You're like, all right, breathe. You're able to kind of click yourself out of that reaction and choose a response, right? Respond, not react. And other times, it's not going to be as easy to click yourself out of it. And that's okay. But by looking at things from an outside perspective, it's like, what would you tell your best friend or your sister or your child? What would you say to that person if they were going through this and they had the reaction that you did? You're probably going to be a lot kinder and a lot more compassionate with that person than you would be with myself. Yay! Hope to see you there. So by having a more thoughtful response, you get your power back and you don't allow the situation to control you so much. It truly is an art, and that's why I called this the Art of Detachment, because it really is an art. It means being at peace with not knowing or being able to control the situation yourself either. So you're not allowing it to control you, and you're not trying to control it. You're completely detached. We've all heard the serenity prayer, right? So grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So the capital serenity, courage, and wisdom. We can't control others' free will either. We wouldn't want to. Hi, Shannon. We shouldn't try. We shouldn't try to control someone else. I'm sorry, I'm hearing something outside. Sounds like my neighbors. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, surrounded by crazy people. So we can't control, right? Can't control it. We just roll with it. Carrie, there you are. Hello, hello. I was hyping you up earlier about the Reiki. Are you just taking walk-ins, or do you have a set schedule? What's going on with that, girl? And there's going to be, at some point, me. So keep that in mind. I need Reiki in my life. I really, really do. So doctors need doctors. Counselors need counselors. Healers need healers. It's just all there is to it. So we can't control others' free will, and we shouldn't try. And we also can't do the work for them, even though we might want to. Especially when it comes to children. Like, how many times, if you have children or if you work with children, how many times have you just wanted to tie their shoes for them, or put their coats on for them, or button their shirts, or zip their jacket? They're never going to learn and gain the skills that they need to do it themselves and be independent if we do it for them all the time. Same applies to this kind of a situation. Or in relationships, we can't change our partner. We can't make them do something that they're not willing or ready to do on their own, whether it's give up an addiction or treat us in the way that we deserve to be treated, et cetera, et cetera. Coworkers, can't do anything about them either. And, or with patients, if you're in the medical field, we can't do things for people. So detach. How, now it sounds easier than it is. Walk-ins, yay. Okay, come see Carrie. 20-minute sessions, right? So you gotta get to the point where you're able to just release it. And you can make this a mantra. Let it go. Let that go. Unburden yourself. Change course. Adjust the sails. Take a cliche and make it a mantra. I'm adjusting my sails. I easily adjust my sails. I can change the course. For yourself, you can only control yourself, right? I can only control myself. You can make that a mantra. I take a new tack. I choose. I am and I choose are extremely potent affirmation starters, so to speak. So make it a mantra. Just let it go. Or sing the song. Whatever makes you happy. I'm a Disney fan, so why not? And Idina Menzel, because she's amazing. When fear rears its ugly head, because it's going to. It's just how this system works while we're here in the physical body. There's part of us, give yourself grace. There's part of us that's very much invested in staying the same. We are. Oh, thank you. I love them too. My mom got them for me for Christmas. They were on my wish list, but I had a few and she chose these and I think she did well. She's not on tonight. So, Mom, if you watch the replay, thanks again. We are creatures of habit. At least we know what we are getting here. So whenever it's like, I know I need to leave a bad relationship. I know I need to leave a bad job, whatever it is, somewhere where you're not fulfilled in whatever way, or maybe it's toxic. We know, we tend to stay because even though it's bad, we know what we're getting rather than doing something new. It could be 20 times better, but it's scary to make that leap because we don't know. At least when we're here, we know what we're getting and we can deal with it because it's already been bad. Hi, Margaret, if you go by Margaret. My mom's Margaret, but she goes by Peg. So feel free to let me know. So even if it's not the best situation, we know what we're getting. So fear can rear its ugly head and say, no, 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 stay right here. It's hard to detach from that kind of a situation, even though it's not the best. And it creates a trauma response. And I've heard the term trauma addiction, and I don't like that, but I understand where they're coming from. So with every piece, and I was watching, I'm in a 6-week course right now that meets on Wednesdays, like right before I go live on here. There's this course about trauma, and tonight they were laying the foundation of trauma. And I've heard this in my psychology and other classes that I've taken in college and since, where we, our nervous system starts responding to the trauma response, especially the more that we have it, the more that we're exposed to the trauma inflictor. I don't know if that's the right word I want to use, but we're going to use it. Source of trauma. There we go. The more that the pathways within our brain and in our nervous system, and much like water, the neurons go through the system. I know I'm getting sciencey and I'm trying to like bring it down a little bit, but I will nerd out on this kind of stuff, so forgive me. Those pathways become more open, and it's easier to get through that trauma response than it is to block it. So trigger, yeah, trauma trigger. There's, it's no fault, but you can take back your control because you can control you. and form new pathways within the brain and in the nervous system. And your vagus nerve plays into that. And there's a lot of really interesting, so look it up if you're so inclined, really interesting science behind trauma response and addiction, if you will. So there's a wounded part of ourselves that bases off of fear and trauma. And it does have a purpose. It reminds us, unfortunately, constantly, it reminds us of the trauma, of the pain, so that it doesn't happen again. But it's unfortunate that it works that way, because it's kind of like somebody harping in your ear saying, now don't do that because, let's see, don't wear soft-soled shoes on ice because you'll slip and fall and break your ankle again. Now remember, the last time you wore those shoes, you fell and broke your ankle. Don't wear those shoes. Now remember, last time you did that, you fell and broke your ankle. And it's like, all right, I get it. I donate the shoes. I won't wear them. I'll only wear it when it's 85 and sunny and dry. So it does serve a purpose so that we don't go through the hurt again. But the ego wants to keep us safe, and I totally understand and honor that. Don't go down a dark alley at night. It's not safe. Definitely serves a purpose, right? But the thing is, we can't heal if we keep going through that cycle and through that pattern and those pathways. So we got to close them off. Much like water takes the path of least resistance and it forms its own waterway. If you build a dam, it'll go somewhere else. So that's where healing takes place. If we stay stuck and keep repeating these patterns and keep letting the chirp go in the back of our head, then we're still, I don't want to use the word victim. I don't like that word. It feels powerless. And I'm all about, hi, Brian. I'm all about you regaining your power. Dark alleys can be fun. Shut up. Listen here, Vlad. Joke. Sorry. That not everybody would understand. So if we stay in these patterns, we don't heal, we keep repeating, and it's not good. So by practicing detachment from those situations and forming new pathways, then we can truly heal. Mm-hmm. And then other ways that detachment helps us in life, in manifesting. So here we go. There's a big buzzword, right? Manifesting. We cannot control the outcome. So they always say, all the gurus in manifesting work say, do detach from the outcome, do detach from the house, the cursed house, as Mike Dooley says. Love him. We can't control the outcome. So focus on how you want to feel. You want to feel joy and happy and safe and secure and like, my word for this year is bliss. So that's my manifesting. I want to feel blissful. So don't worry about the house. Give it, surrender it to the divine. This or something better is the way to practice detachment. This or something better. Because Radley Valentine loves to use the red car or blue car. Well, what if there's a green car? What if both the red and blue car are good for you? And you're over here like, it's got to be blue. It's got to be blue. It's got to be blue. But there's a green car that's better for you. And you might not have thought of that because it's not on your radar. So this or something better is the way to practice detachment with manifesting. In relationships, like I said earlier, we can't control people and we shouldn't try. We wouldn't want that done to us. You take away the power when that happens. We cannot control free will, nor should we. That's why people who are new to me or new to my way of doing things, either from social, societal perceptions of witchy people, mediums, tarot readers, light workers, etc., or they've had a previous experience with somebody who was less than honorable with their intentions, they'll say like, oh, predict my future and they hand me their palm. I'm like, I don't read palms. I'm not a palmistry artist. There are people out there who are. Please go see them. That's not my specialty. But when I read cards, I read energy. And I always tell people, I can't predict the future. I don't want to predict the future. And I don't want to take away your power. I'm reading energy and giving advice based on your current trajectory. If you decide to turn left instead of right, the whole thing changes. And that's okay. Totally fine with that. We can even do, if I go this way or if I go that way, what can I look out for? What's the guidance for me? But I'm not going to predict anything. I can't. There are a myriad of possibilities. Hi, Amy. So that's taking away power. And we don't ever want to take away someone's power because we wouldn't want it done to us. Right? Every light-based religion in society has some form of the golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated. Don't be a jerk, right? So in relationships, practicing detachment, whether it's from your child and saying, we tell Michael all the time, hi, Susan, this is your life. We are providing the canvas and the paintbrushes. The rest is up to you in the paint. Life gives us paint. Life gives us whatever. Follow the metaphor. And some of us had our pictures painted for us. And that's really unfair. So that's why we tell Michael, the rest is up to you. If you ask me, how does that look? Because you're like right here and we're back here a little bit. We can see a bigger picture. That's what the Three of Pentacles in Tarot is all about, is teamwork and collaboration. Like, yeah, I'm happy to tell you my opinion, my experience, and the rest of it's up to you what you do with it. That's your picture. If you still want to paint it orange when I say yellow, paint it orange. Whatever you want to do. It's not for me. Or if it's with your partner, we can't change them. We can control ourselves. We can choose to stay, and if it's something minor, we can look past it. Or if it's something bigger and it's a non-negotiable and we know that we're not going to be happy, we'll be happier elsewhere by ourselves, then we can walk away. And that's okay. Or with a job, whatever. Take this advice and run with it for wherever it applies for your situation. And you might be thinking, and I've certainly done this recently, we'll just say that. When's it going to be my turn to be happy? When's it my turn to be peaceful, to be loved in the way that I know that I want and deserve to be? You already are. That's the secret. You already are. You have it within you. I know. Oh, great. Yeah. Love myself. No, seriously. It starts with you. We show people how to treat us by the way we treat ourselves and allow others to treat us. So mirror work, Louise Hay, can't speak to it enough. I did a big deep clean of my bathroom on Sunday, and I found this beautiful mantra. It's got like 7 or 8 I am statements. And it said, do this for 7 days and see what happens. So I took my own advice that I give you guys all the time, and I printed it off, 8.5 by 11, printed the image and taped it to my bathroom mirror. And every morning as I'm getting ready, I see it and I say those things and I try to bring it all the way through my chakras and really feel it. And I'm on day 4. I said it twice yesterday. I said it in the evening too. So I should do that again tonight. Try it. Try it. Louise Hay's mirror work is about looking in the mirror and telling yourself that you love you. I love you. I love you. And notice how my hand instinctively went to my heart chakra. Yours might too. Maybe both. Maybe one on the solar plexus, maybe one on the throat chakra, maybe one on the crown. And I just kind of want to do this. I don't know if you can see anyway. Wherever it feels right for you, you can give yourself a hug. Whatever feels right. So that's what mirror work is. Louise Hay, look it up. I'm sure you could find it at the library. It's on Amazon for sure. She's got ebooks so you can listen to her say those affirmations. It's wonderful. So yes, it really does start with you. So by practicing detachment, you are taking back your power. You're not relying on an outside force to make you happy, to bring you peace, to love you. You already have it within you. You are the entire universe within yourself. I am. I am. I am happy. I am peaceful. I am loved. Try it. It's powerful. It's good stuff. Uncertainty is scary. Humans are not wired for uncertainty. When our very primitive ancestors were faced with a lion or a tiger chasing them, big kitties, but, right, Brian? Kitty, kitty. There's a meme that says, if I'm ever mauled by a mountain lion, just know that my last words were, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. That'd be me. This is it. This is how it happens. That's okay. Anyway, when our very primitive ancestors were faced with those predators out in the wild, they didn't have time to stop and evaluate. What should I do? They just ran. Survival of the fittest, correct? It is totally me, I know. So humans are not wired for uncertainty. We are programmed in our DNA from our caveman ancestors to be like, ooh, scary, run away. However, your spirit is wired for uncertainty. Your spirit's like, I'm fine. I'm not going anywhere. I got this. Interesting juxtaposition, isn't it? So, what are you afraid of? If you're not practicing detachment, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of missing something? FOMO? Fear of missing out? Are you afraid of your plans getting ruined? That's control. Are you afraid of judgment? What will people think? I'm not keeping up with my peers. I was talking with somebody earlier, excuse me, today about, I'm going to go ahead and I'm owning this. I am turning 40 in a few weeks. And some people might be like, really, 40, that's it? It's a big deal to me. And that is because there are things that I wanted to accomplish by the time I was 40 that I have not accomplished. But shut up. Brian Keith, listen. Anyway, I feel pretty good for 40. I'm okay with it. There are things that I didn't know that I wanted to accomplish by 40. Math is hard. I thought it was 39. Thanks. I might go ahead and just stick with 39 and make it the first anniversary of my 39th birthday. We might do that. Okay. So that 4 going in front of my age is getting a little, getting itchy. Anyway, there are things that I never thought when I was planning it, when I was in my 20s, which feels like 100 years ago, when I was in my 20s, thank you, I was like, yeah, I want to have my master's by the time I'm 40 and working and in social work and doing this and that. And then, well, maybe I was 30 by then. Maybe I was in my early 30s by then. Anyway, 9+ years ago, that was what I thought I wanted to accomplish by the time I was 40. I never knew that I would be a Reiki master by 40. I do have a master. It's just different. It's a different piece of paper. It's a different certification. Not in a totally different line of work. I'm still helping people and giving them services. It's just in a different way, right? So we have this arbitrary idea of I have to have something accomplished by the time I am X years old. Why? Is it because that's what society said when you were in your formative years? Is that because somebody in your life told you that that's what's supposed to happen. When I was in my 20s, we were getting married and having babies still. And there were some people that were working on their degrees and they didn't have babies till they were in their 30s. And now that's totally acceptable. And I'm thrilled that the younger generations aren't held to that same standard, that we're not measured. Our success is not measured. Our worthiness is not measured by what everybody else is doing with their personal lives. It's supposed to be, should be, and this is what I tell my son, your success is measured by how you feel. It's great to have goals, but don't assign a timeline. Release attachment to the outcome, right? So just because everyone else my age is doing whatever, that's lovely for them. Louise Hay didn't start her incredibly successful publishing company, Hay House, until she was 60. And she was still working. She died when she was in her early 90s. So she was still writing books and doing things, but she didn't do it until most people are retired. Like, that's a retirement gig. And that's okay. There are plenty of people who are very young. Kyle Gray, he's another Hay House author, who has been very successful in his younger years. That's wonderful. There's no reason to be jealous. There's no reason to be upset. There's no reason to hate on anybody for their accomplishments or lack thereof. Oh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Do you know what you do every day? You keep other people alive every day. Wow. That's amazing. Don't ever discount yourself for that. That's like saying, I'm just a neurosurgeon. Come on now. Where do we put this arbitrary measure of success? Keeping up with the Joneses. What are other people going to think? Detach. Detach from that way of thinking, that old, outdated way of thinking that makes you feel miserable about yourself. Let that go. Let it go. It doesn't serve you. Find things that motivate you. My path is my path. Your path is your path. And that's amazing. Sometimes they cross, like tonight. They're crossing. And it's wonderful. And we can come here and we can celebrate each other. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Loving one another, being kind, holding space for each other. That was a total tangent. I'm not going to apologize for it. That was pretty great. Just a little bit of channeling coming through tonight. Back to my notes. So, in a practical application for detachment, surrender to the divine. I said that earlier. This or something better. Oh, good. I'm hoping that anyone who needed to hear that did hear it and is able to gain some peace from it or share it with others. Surrender to the divine. Spirit's got this. Stop trying to put spirit in a box. It doesn't work. Spirit's way too big for that. So just let them put your order in and let them do the rest. You don't have to supervise the cook at a restaurant. Let them cook their food and then you get it and you get to eat it. Just let it go. Be in wonder. Be in awe of the possibilities and the things that are turning out even better than you had ever imagined or hoped for. Remember, this or something better. Because that takes spirit out of the box. It allows them to roam free and go do whatever wonderful things that they're going to do. The only time that we get anxiety is when it's got to be on our time. And I know I am always grown. It's like, oh, divine timing. Really? TikTok, guys. We're in the 3D experience, and I think y'all forget what that's like, but can we work on this here? Detach. That's where I needed to detach, for sure. Remember that there's a gift and a lesson in every experience. Yes, I said what I said. There is a gift and a lesson in every experience because it opens us up to new opportunities, to healthy connections. beautiful. And some outlets. So as you are practicing detachment, step back, remember to breathe. That's the very first thing I'm going to say on anything. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Inspiration, right? We inspire. Right? They say in through the nose, out through the mouth. I say whatever works for you. Breathing in through the nose slows it down. So maybe that's why. Some people, I know when I have a cold, I'm like, I can't breathe through my nose right now. And some people have physical limitations, and that's okay. So just breathe, slow down your breath. I have an app on my watch that breathe, let it go, breathe, let it go. You can do that. Gratitude. That's the second thing I will always say. Gratitude. Thank you. Every day this week, I have asked for a very specific thing from Archangel Metatron. And every day I have received it. And I always say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Every day when I drop my son off at school, I say, thank you for watching over everyone in all schools and keeping them all safe in all ways and seeing them home safely at the end of the day. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for walking with my son and keeping him safe. So it's like an extra bubble. It's just something I do every day because these kids go through so much and they deserve, and teachers too. I say everyone, not just students, but teachers and the professionals and visitors, anyone who's in the building. Thank you. Keeping everyone safe. Maybe grab a new hobby. Try out a new hobby. Take a new class. Something that interests you. Do something different. Get creative. Take a painting class. I can't draw a stick figure to save my life. It's bad. It's really bad. However, that doesn't mean I don't try. So going to those paint and sip things, there's a meme that says to my friend, wow, that's really great. You're a really good artist. And then to me, it would be, wow, Kelly, you're really good at drinking wine. That would be me. Maybe a geometric shape here and there, a circle. Like, don't ask me to get too deep. There's a disconnect between what I see in my mind's eye and my hand. It doesn't translate. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't go to, and I have gone to fun, artsy type stuff. I have a good time. That's okay. Meditation, of course, can bring peace. And prayer is when we talk to the divine. Meditation is when we listen for the answer. Just let it happen. Journaling is a form of meditation, or automatic writing, typing, whatever it is for you. Affirmations, like I said earlier, some more. I am safe. I am at peace. I am loved. I am worthy. You can just meditate on the word peace, if the word God speaks to you. There's research that suggests that is helps people bring joy, bliss, happiness. I am happy. I am content. I am safe. Movement, exercise, it does wonders for the mind, body, and soul to just move. And it doesn't have to be like, I'm not a runner. I've tried so much over the years. I'm not a runner. I love to dance. I'm a dancer. Started dancing officially in first grade, and I haven't ever stopped. But you can just shake. You can shake your hands. Sorry if you hear my bracelets. You can just shake your hands. That's all you have to do. If you're sitting or if you're confined in some way, I tend to shake my foot. It's like, get the wiggles out. Like we used to tell kids, get the wiggles out. It does wonders, mind, body, and soul, to just move in some way. Stretch even, just do some stretches. Bring your shoulders down. So shake it out. And change your environment or your surroundings to something more peaceful. If you can go away for a while, whether it's a road trip, good for you, or it's going out into your garden or going to a nearby park. Just changing your surroundings. It's beautiful. All right. That's all I've got. Feel free to comment or share your thoughts. Who wants a card? I will pull for everyone. And if you're watching the replay and you would like a card, let me know. Happy to pull for you. I think I forgot from the last live to send pictures to people. I need to go back and watch the end of that and do that. I am so sorry. My energy is split too much, so I ask and appreciate your patience and forgiveness. All right, Linz. It's the Power of Surrender deck by Dr. Judith Orloff. It's beautiful. I know that's backwards. I'm sorry, everybody. Linz, Shauna, Kathy. Oh, you're welcome, Amy. You want a card? Okay, Lindsay, heard stop. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. It's beautiful. It's a lot of peach. There we go. It's beautiful. It's like leap of faith right there. Shauna. Amy, got you. Shauna. You're welcome. And as always, if these cards resonate for any reason with you, please take the message. Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Just want to make sure there's not a glare. There you go. Beautiful. They also told me to look at the bottom of the deck, which is surrender denial. And this is for anybody. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. And there's a lot of yellow, solar plexus chakra on this one. She's got the blindfold. Reminds me of the Eight of Swords, which is about denial and not being able to see that you're not really surrounded by all of the self-imposed prison, the mental, because swords are mental, so. Beautiful. Kathy. How's everyone doing in your household, dear? This one wanted to jump out. I enjoy that the cards don't just call me out. Just putting that out there. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. And look at all the yellow and orange on this. Solar plexus and sacral chakra. That's incredible. And he's like, yeah. He's a warrior. Fire, and there's a planet back that looks like Saturn. It's got rings. So Saturn, I don't remember what Saturn rolls off the top of my head. I'm so sorry, but maybe look that up. I feel like it's a masculine energy though. Interesting. Amy, you're welcome, Linz. Oh, Kathy, honey. Yeah, it is spot on, isn't it? Sorry, not sorry. Aw, this one's sweet. Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. And it's 2 polar bears. And look at all that purple. That's beautiful. That's third eye. That's really lovely. Oh, that's so sweet. There you go, Amy. Hopefully, ooh, got rid of the cotton. Okay, there we go. All right. Anyone else? In the meantime, I'm going to pull for everyone collectively. Thought we were going to have a jumper. Didn't happen. Oh, well, I think it's saying good night. Oh my God, this is so fun. I'm going to read you the bottom one too. Surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. That's beautiful. You're welcome, Amy. That's lovely. Rest. And that is sometimes easier said than done. But rest your body as much as you can. Honor your body, honor your soul. When you need rest, rest. I know it's not always possible. Like, I did not sleep well last night. I often do have crazy dreams. It's just how the life of a psychic works. But last night I actually had nightmares. And that's thankfully very rare. But it was a doozy. It woke me up and I could not get back to sleep for over an hour. It was not good. So it was one of those where I could viscerally feel things happening in my body, and it was not good. So it's not like I could just take a nap while I was at my muggle job today. I had to do things. So when you can, do rest. Take time for yourself. Go to bed early. Take a 10-minute cat nap on your lunch break. Whatever it is. Just breathe. And then the one that I laughed at that was at the bottom. Surrender your attachment to results. How pertinent. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results. So that is true. We do have to put some skin in the game. We do have to show spirit that we are taking the guidance and the action steps forward that we're given. We just have to let go of the control part. There is a fine line. I get that. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Release the attachment to outcome, right? That's what I said earlier. And it's true. There's a lot of blue, that's throat chakra, but then you got all the colors in this beautiful sunset or sunrise, depending on how you look at it. Neither is wrong. Both are correct. It's beautiful. It's a little Van Gogh-y. I don't know. It's pretty cool. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here, as always. And it never ceases to amaze me. I'm always humbled that people want to listen to me ramble about whatever it is I'm talking about, and that spirit wants to channel through me, and I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful. So again, if you would like a reading, I do virtual stuff. Be at the Crystal Den on Saturday with Carrie and Joy. And then Sundays, I'm starting Reiki at Mountain Flame. So yay, that's exciting. If you have questions thanks everybody. Totally lost my train of thought. If you have questions or thoughts, feel free to let me know. If you want to join the Light Seekers group to continue over there for Mindful Mondays. And it kind of occurred to me earlier, we're like Willow Tree Wednesdays over here. I like it. I dig it. So we'll do bi-weekly Willow Tree Wednesdays here, and we'll do Mindful Mondays starting in March over there in the Willow Tree Healing Light Seekers group. So come join us. I'm on Instagram and TikTok too. You'll see reels that pop up. It's over on TikTok first. So if you're over there, join me. I'm trying to get into it, but I don't ever force anything. If it doesn't feel right to post, I'm not going to post every freaking day just because you're supposed to post. not going to do it. I'm going to do what feels natural and feels right and authentic. I encourage you to do the same. Don't do anything that's inauthentic. Hi, Anne-Marie. Oh, it'd be nice to see you, Linz. Come on out. I think I still have 2 openings, so I might say hello in between, but otherwise I'm booked. So I'm even staying over because some lovely soul, and if you're watching, thank you, is driving a very far distance just to come and see us. So I am staying over specifically for them. So thank you. Again, humbled and honored. Goodness. All right. Take care. See you. The next one, actually, the next live is going to be, I did it earlier, and that's what happens when I channel. I don't have enough room up here for everything. So dealing with regret. Yeah. That poured forth like a fountain. So again, it was just one of those divine hits like, hey, you need to do this. So next time we will talk about dealing with regret, handling it with grace. So we'll see you then. Oh, I know. It's crazy. It's okay. Watch the replay, or I'll see you Saturday, my dear. All right, everyone. Take care and be kind.